Please be advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media users found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings. Hey guys, hope you're all doing okay. I promised I would be back. So we're now in December. It is the season to be jolly and festive. I know some of us do not celebrate it and others, well, I'm normally a humbug person, if I'm honest. I just have never really been into it. My mum, as I've said to you guys last year, if you remember, and I didn't share pictures, but I promise you this year I'll show you how crazy my mum is. I'm going to take a video of it. My mum is Mrs. Santa Claus. In fact, it's like Christmas threw up in my mum's house. It takes her a week to put up all the Christmas decorations. I have a tree. She tries to do something for me every year, so I get a new little kind of tiny thing. I know what she's up to, but so I've got a wreath with an owl that sits in the hallway, and I have fairy lights up all year round, just because I like fairy lights. As I said, I'm not normally a massive person. I do celebrate it, don't get me wrong, but not until the 21st. I just, I've had enough of it generally. But this year, it has been such an atrocious year for many of us, many of us. And I've just decided to go all out. And I'm not the only person. My street this year already, people have got so many garden decorations up. I'll try and remember when I go out for a dog walk, and I'll take pictures of the sort of lights that we've got up where I live. There's some people, because I live in a rich area, although I'm not rich. So you've got like the really big houses. I say big as in England big houses, not American and Canadian big houses. I mean, you guys go all out. But yeah, it's just, you're seeing a lot of festive cheer where people trying to cheer each other up, I guess, and a lot of people just going, just embrace it. Let's just have a nice month of December, and even if it goes into January, just get the tree up early. I know some people that put their tree up, actually, even one person at the end of October, their tree was up before Halloween came. So one thing that has been asked several times recently, I know some of you are concerned that I am not continuing with this channel. The reason why I've been a bit absent for the last couple of months is that I've had my own personal things going on with my mum not being well and various other issues. But no, I still intend to keep this channel going. I love all you guys. I love building up this platform. What Ems and I are doing, which is completely separate. So those of you that haven't seen my other channel, please come over to it. It's with my friend Ems. It's completely different to this. It's to do with a variety of subjects, and we take suggestions from people if there's any particular subjects that you guys would like us to talk about. Plus Ems and I, we're going to do a live Christmas one where, it'd be nice for you guys that are on my channel just to come over and say hi. It's just going to be me and Ems sitting there on the sofa, all very Christmassy, having a few drinks. So it'd be great if you come over, but I'll let you know the details closer to the time. Anyway, stop rambling, get on with the video. So, privacy, schmivacy. Yeah, there's nothing more that you can say about this other than what I'm about to say. I mean, obviously you guys can add in your extras and then I'll be like, oh, why didn't I remember that? Whilst Harry and Meghan sued at the drop of a hat over privacy issues, what the couple did indeed seek was nothing to do with privacy. They did do a lot of things in secret, which was nothing to do with private, and some of those things still remain secret, especially when it comes to Archie. But are the secrets in place to cover up lies, or was it just delusional kind of ways to build up PR? If we keep this secret, they'll be more interested, like a D-list celebrity might choose to do. Drum up the old hype for it until, they release the news. But the thing is, people didn't actually care, and a lot of the stuff never got followed up. Whilst they were in the royal family, they did get away with a lot of this because they were saying it was to protect their family. All the cards got bought up, didn't they? We had the bullying, we had the racism, they were protecting Archie because Harry had such a terrible upbringing. They were protecting Meghan, loads of people, even people fell for it in the beginning going, oh, Meghan, she's going to die the same way as Diana. She's really not. She's really not. But that was the kind of the feeding into the whole Diana thing. Meghan's just like, poor Diana. She's so innocent and so lost. And everything that's happened is because, we've been protecting poor Meghan. Yeah, nothing like protecting your wife, Harry, than keeping home videos, which are soon to be aired on Netflix. But I'll come to that shortly. But since they've left the royal family, we have been bombarded, haven't we? We've been bombarded with lots and lots of different subjects that make Meghan's court case with the Daily Mail just seem beyond a joke. How can they be airing everything that they're doing, really, when they're taking people to court over, privacy, and they don't want people taking pictures of them, they don't want this, unless they take a photographer and call a photographer. So it's come out that they are, in fact, doing a Netflix tasteful documentary on their lives, from their last engagements right the way through to their move, and they're now obviously living in LA. Tasteful documentary, and it's not a reality TV show. So basically, they lied. They said they weren't going to be doing that, but now they are going to be sharing, you know, their most intimate details of their life with us, but through a Netflix documentary. Lovely. I find it really bizarre with the Daily Mail court case going on, you know, that here you are now, you're going to be basically giving away or selling, whatever you want to call it, your personal home family videos that you've secretly been taking to a streaming service, but you know, you want privacy over a letter that you gave to, I think it's now like, must be around about 10 people before her dad even got the bloody letter. So we start with Thanksgiving. We were told by a family source to tell us that Harry and Meghan were looking forward to their first, everything's always a first with this couple, isn't it? Their first US Thanksgiving together as a family with Doria. They are going to be having a nice home-cooked traditional meal with vegetables from their garden. Traditional home, okay, right, homegrown vegetables from their vegetable garden. So you're talking the Green Warriors, Harry, who has recently given that water bear big speech. They've got the swimming pool, they've got all the lush grounds, the acres of land that is, you know, obviously under some sort of water system, when California is actually going through a serious drought problem. But now we've also been told that they have got a fresh vegetable garden, and it's just like Prince Charles's. I don't think Prince Charles spends hundreds of thousands of pounds of water being pumped to keep it alive. Plus also you've got the fact that the vegetable patch, or whatever it is, their allotment must have been left over from the previous owners, because forgive me if I'm wrong, and I can just about grow tomatoes, I can't think of vegetables that would have managed to cultivate in that quick time frame. Nor can I imagine Harry or Meghan on their hands and knees with a fork and trowel digging up their vegetables, getting their pumpkins and their potatoes and their squashes out of the ground somehow. So, you know, I'm calling it a bit of, well, I'll say it, bullshit. That is, unless, of course, like this picture of Meghan planting seeds, she uses her mystical powers to make the seeds grow like Jack and the Beanstalk. Then it's been announced by none other than our favourite Omid Scobie on his podcast. Omid was talking about the fact that Harry has been secretly doing charity work. Yes, believe it or not, a mere matter of weeks after it's found out that Brad Pitt had been secretly doing charity work for, well, pretty much throughout the entire past year, Harry has also now just been announced by Omid that he has also been doing the same. I'm not sure if Omid is trolling Harry at this point, but Omid said, without giggling really on the podcast, that Harry put in a proper whole shift of 4 entire hours. But don't worry folks, it was only probably 4 hours because it was the hot day. Apparently Omid went on to explain that it was an incredibly hot day. All of the people were really, really struggling. But Harry did go on to graft an entire 4 hours. He'd slaved away, and it just goes to prove that he didn't show up for a photo opportunity. That's not exactly the words that Omid used, but you can get my meaning from it. There was a swipe in there saying that it wasn't just a photo opportunity, but it's the fact that he said, his actual words were, he put in a good 4-hour shift. Be still, my beating heart, all you nurses out there, all you doctors, all you night shift workers, shelf stackers, all of you guys that work throughout the night, work in the industrial industries, and some of you guys can, you know, literally work for 24 hours with a 6-hour break in between. For all of you guys, please let it know that Harry is now one of us. He's done a whole 4-hour shift. As I said, is Omid trying to troll him? So next, another source close to the family has announced that Harry and Meghan, it's all a matter of days apart from each other, are excited to decorate for Christmas. I know. Really? Gosh, I mean, that's a real shocker, isn't it? One, why are you telling the newspapers this, you know, that the notoriously private couple, yes, they're excited to decorate for Christmas. Well, what do you know? Wow, I'm excited to decorate for Christmas, as I said at the beginning of the video. I'm actually putting up my tree this weekend, which you'll see in the next video, but who cares? Everyone that celebrates Christmas is excited about Christmas. Even people that don't celebrate Christmas are excited about seeing the lights or seeing family and friends or just enjoying time off. But, you know, it's nice to know that Harry and Meghan are excited to spend their first Christmas in their new family home together. Now, for those of you, I know it might be a little bit early to crack out the eggnog, the Baileys, but I'm just about to tell you a very, very sweet Christmas tale. The Prince and Princess of Montecito made arrangements with a store So they didn't have to shut down and completely clear out everyone, but the store made it available so they could pretty much be the only couple inside the store to go shopping for a Christmas tree. There was, however, one family that remained, and a little boy excitedly scampered through the Christmas trees and up to Prince Harry and excitedly asked if he was a member of staff. Doesn't that warm your heart? It's like it's right out of a Dickens novel. It's probably because Harry was dressed really scruffy, probably hasn't shaved or combed his hair for a while, just like we see in most of the videos, and he probably thought, well, he must definitely work here. But it was the way that the story was released to the press. A little boy excitedly ran through the trees towards Prince Harry and asked him if he worked there. Oh, how endearing, isn't it? But just remember, folks, with the Thanksgiving, with the vegetable patch, with the decorating for Christmas and the Christmas tree, Harry and Meghan deep down are really one of us. So I wish all of my friends out there that when you do manage to get stores to shut down completely so you can go in there and shop and do your Christmas shopping, please let me know your secret, because I'd love to be in on that. So those of you that don't know what British sarcasm is, that was just it. For a couple that want privacy, they keep releasing boring and endless streams of really pointless stuff about themselves. We know more about them now than what we did when they were protected by the monarchy. For a couple that have demanded privacy, I wish that they'd, well, really stop invading ours. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll be back soon. Take care for now. Bye.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please, angry typists, you will be blocked, so save your fingers the time. If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.